Yeah, it's in the books. Tough. We only had one real practice this week on Monday. It was the only padded practice we had, and we had some weather in the middle of the week, so we didn't get out again until Friday, and that was just a walkthrough. So I think that showed on both sides of the ball today. We haven't done much since Monday, and so I think the word for the day is inconsistency, just on both sides of the ball, playing down in and down out with the same type of effort, the same type of execution that we've shown in past scrimmages. So, but we have gotten some questions answered in terms of roster spots that were open, and trying to solidify some things in the depth chart. Now we know we'll have an idea anyway going into the fall what holes we need to fill with newcomers, and maybe we need to still go and recruit some more people. So that's something we'll have to get in here, look at the film, and decide where those needs are.
I know you treat this as basically just another practice in a long line, but do you learn a little something extra, though, when the lights come on and they get on the big field in front of some fans?
Absolutely. It's always a different atmosphere when there's people around and there's officials on the field and you're trying to execute. And I think sometimes some guys have a tendency to, step up and play better than you've seen, and then sometimes some guys take some steps backwards. And, it's kind of hard to just watching it live as a fan back there and trying to call the game. It's a little tough to figure out who those guys are, but we'll watch the film and see who's executing the way they're supposed to and who's doing what we ask. And after 13 practices, you'd like to think that you have at least some semblance of knowledge in terms of doing what we do in our base. So it's always tough when you're not really game planning each other to just play base concepts and be able to focus on the fundamentals and blocking and tackling and throwing, catching, holding on to the ball. That's something we didn't do a very good job of.
Where are you now compared to a year ago? Because you got a full year under your belt, you've played a season, you got to feel more organized and with it.
We are. We're a much better team too. That's not saying we're there yet, but obviously from the time we got here in our first spring in 12 and until now, we're a vastly improved team. I think the kids have really bought into what we're doing. They're focused. I think they're riding the high, that 4-game win streak, and they want that feeling to continue, which is a great thing. They've worked hard for it. At times we just got to consider our efforts into all going in the right direction. Sometimes we get to going too fast, too soon, and we're out in front of ourselves. And sometimes we just got to learn to be patient, take a step back, and let it come to us, as opposed to trying to make too much happen. So we'd rather have them that way than trying to motivate them to get them going.
Spring football's over. Summer preparations begin. What's next for you?
Well, we're going to hit the road here, and we're going to wrap this up next week. And from Monday, our coach is going to hit the road and start spring recruiting, and identifying guys that we'll need to recruit in the fall. And we're also still, possibly looking for a few spots, depending on what this film shows us, and see how banged up we are or aren't. And we'll spring recruit for about a month, and then we'll turn our focus towards the summer weightlifting and getting ready for next fall.